You know, there's a person who's a rookie, an NBA player who sucks, but he's in the NBA. He's a pro. He belongs there. And I had to tell myself, I belong here. I'm not the best yet, but I'm here for a reason. I belong here. And I started to tell myself that I belong here. I believe in myself. And I used to tell myself that I'm the greatest speaker of all time. I would always tell myself that. And it's because naturally I was just a very shy person by nature. So when I'm in front of 500 to 1,000 people, I've spoken in front of 25,000 people before. But prior to building up to that skill level, I was really, really nervous until the point where when I'm up on stage, I don't get nervous at all. So I think when you're faking it versus fake it till you make it, just fake it till you become that person.
I want to hear your opinion on this. Fake it till you make it when done correctly, when using it to conquer your stress, your fears, the challenges ahead. I feel like part of the mechanism is not just focusing on the outcome, but when you focus on the outcome, you inherently are blocking out the negative thoughts,
right?
What could go wrong, the doomsday scenarios, because simply you're not wasting bandwidth on what could go wrong. I'm just going to focus on, hey, that's the finish line. I'm going to put 1 foot forward until we get there.
Right. Yeah, you know, I completely agree with you because it I guess gives you a template as to what you want to focus on. If you tell yourself that I'm going to be the greatest podcaster of all time, right? Will that ever happen? It's tough. You know, Joe Rogan's dominated that space. There's a lot of great podcasters. But if you're telling yourself, I'm going to be the greatest podcaster of all time, you start to act like that person. You start to become a better questioner. You start to invest in better equipment. You start to really write scripts. You frame, you do things that the best would have done. And so I think what it does is it gives you this mental framework that keeps you focused. Now, the other thing that could go wrong, because fake it till you make it is all revolving around imposter syndrome. The reality is it's all revolving around imposter syndrome. If that becomes your base case, that you're constantly lying or faking it, it could actually accelerate the imposter syndrome because you lose yourself in that entire conversation because you're so used to pretending to be someone else. So I think there's a fine line on knowing what you're going to fake and staying authentically to yourself. And I think it really comes down to what are you trying to fake, right?
I love that because if we were to summarize all our points here, part of it seems like pick your North Star because that's your why.
Right.
And then truly visualize who you are as a person when you get there. What does it feel like? What does it look like? What do your surroundings look like? And the more clearly that you can visualize it, the more you can help yourself believe that it's already happening. And using it as your North Star to guard you, especially in sales, I find that it helps protect your attitude.